All right, we're ready to begin our first warm-up called walking the board. Walking the board is kind of implying that we're going to walk our fingers up and down these frets, practice getting them assigned to playing in their assigned frets, and get comfortable with moving through various strings and various frets with our left hand. So we've already done everything for setting up the guitar. We've done the right hand, we've done the pinchies, everything's ready to play. So now we're going to do walking the board. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the open, meaning that the left hand is just going to kind of hang out, the thumb's just kind of here. We don't want everything down here. We want it kind of as if we're ready to play. We're going to play the open 4 times. Okay, now here's a shot of what the right hand should look like as we play that. All right, so here's what the right hand needs to look like as we're playing walking the board. So I put the thumb on the 6th string, we've done our L's, thumb down on the 6, and again I've curved my first finger underneath the 1st string as if I'm pinching these 2 together. So when I play with the 1st finger on the 1st string, I just kind of do a little kind of a flick of it. I pull my finger up into the palm, or up and away from the guitar. I don't flick it out like this. I don't need to do anything like that. Just a nice gentle motion with the fingertip, bringing it up in towards the palm. And then my left hand will play the specific frets as we go along, but every time the 1st finger just plucks that 1st string, the thumb stays here just to kind of keep things nice and secure. Again, otherwise we're just doing this type of motion. We just have that nice, clean. So we've got our left hand, we do the pinchies, we're going to lift up our fingers and we're going to play the 1st string open 4 times. We already know what the right hand should look like at this point. Now after we've done that, we're going to then put our 1st finger on the 1st string, 1st fret, so all ones. So 1st finger, 1st fret, 1st string, right next to the fret wire, and this is where we do our contact and push down that we've already practiced. We play that one 4 times. Now, we shouldn't be dropping our hand down every time. We should just kind of keep this in position. The next step of walking the board is the 2nd fret with the 2nd finger. Okay, notice I'm still on the 1st string here, but I'm on the 2nd fret with the 2nd finger. Also notice I have not slid up the 1st finger. We're putting now a new fret with a new finger, but we're still on the 1st string. And again, I would play that 4 times. Now again, without dropping everything down, we're going to move up to the 3rd fret with the 3rd finger. So 1, 2, 3rd fret with the 3rd finger. We do that also 4 times. And it's okay to take a big break between each of these. And then finally, we have the pinky. We're right up next to the fret wire. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 4th fret with the 4th finger. However, we're still on the 1st string. And then we can play that 4 times. Now we're going to go backwards. We're going to go back to the 3rd finger. Again, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, still the 1st string. And we play each one of these 4 times. Now I can go to the 2nd finger, 2nd fret. And then finally the 1st finger, 1st fret. Again, 1st string still. All of this is 1st string. And then without dropping the hand completely, just lift up the 1st finger and replay the open 4 times. All right, so that's just a nice close-up video to show where each of those fingers should be. And then from there, we can expand into the 2nd, 3rd, and strings from there. So our basic walking the board again is 1st string, open. It's good to start with 4 times each one. Take a little bit of a break if you need to, but make sure then you go to the 1st string, 1st fret. Then we do the 2nd string, 2nd fret. If it takes you a little extra time to get there, this is not necessarily a play along video. This is just to show you what you should be doing. So the 2nd string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, or 3rd fret, 3rd finger. And then we can do the pinky. Back to the 3rd fret. Again, you might be taking a little bit of a break between. This is mostly just to show you what you should be doing. 2nd finger, 2nd fret, but I'm still on the 1st string, very important. first string, first fret. And then again, without dropping the left hand, leave the thumb back there, play the open. Now this process very quickly can be repeated on the second string. So I'd move my second string, or my right hand to the second string would look like this. Okay, here's what it looks like when I go to the second string. So I put my thumb still on the 6, but now my first finger goes to the second string. It's a little hard to see on camera because it's clear, so I'm going to kind of move that so you can see. But notice I'm again hooking it underneath, and then I want to play the second string very similar to the first motion. But I just make sure when I set that right hand, I'm going to put it underneath the second string. The left hand then, we could play the second string open. Okay, then I can go to the second string first fret with the first finger. Move the others out of the way on purpose. Okay, then the second string, second fret, second finger. So notice I'm on this second string now. Then like before, third, but on the second string, and then the pinky. And then backwards, back to 3, but it's still on the second string. Then to the second fret, second string, again with the second finger, and the first finger. And then open without dropping the left hand completely. All right, so we can do that on the third string as well. So 1, 2, the third string here. I'd get my right hand prepped for the third string. That would look like this. Okay, very similarly when I do the third string, just like before, the thumb goes on the 6th string, and now I'm going to put my first finger underneath the third string. There it is, moving a little bit. And just like the other two, I just kind of pull that motion up towards my palm. So every time I just pull it up and towards the palm of my hand. Then we can do the third string, open. Then the third string, first fret, so notice 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we can do the third string, second fret, second finger. A new finger every time you go to a new fret. Third finger, third fret, third string. And then the pinky. Back to the third. Again, you might be taking a little bit extra time between. This is just for demo. So the second finger, notice I'm still on the third string. And back to the first fret with the first finger. And then the open without dropping the left hand. Now after we're comfortable doing it 4 times, we could go back to the first string and do each one twice. So I could go back to the first string twice. Second finger, and again I'm doing it a little faster for demo. You might have a little bit of a break between, but eventually you do want to play it without a break. But notice again, very important, 1 finger per fret. And again, I could do the second string, I could do the third string from there. Then once I feel comfortable doing it twice each, I can do it then once. So going back to the first string, I could do each one only once. So open, then the first, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, and then back 3, 2, 1, and then the open. And once again, I could do that on all 3 strings after I feel comfortable. So ideally, we want to work on being able to do each string nice and even. Trying to make the notes as crystal clear as possible. And then I could just here's a demo, here's the second string, same idea, but I play 1 string at a time. The third string. And there's your walking the board.